I love Battlefield 6, and I'm not alone. When I started recording this video, the servers were packed. 600,000 players on Steam alone. Sometimes the peak hours are so bad, I have to wait in queue. Thankfully, little by little, they're opening more space in their servers, so it's not as long as for some people who had to wait in line from hundreds of thousands in queue. And for good reason. Battlefield 6 is finally giving FPS players something fresh. A real alternative to the same recycled experience we've been fed every single year. Yeah, I'm throwing shade at Call of Duty. While Call of Duty recycles its maps and 3 lanes every year, Battlefield keeps evolving. If you're just starting out or thinking about starting soon, here's some quick tips and tricks to help you level up fast. If you pre-ordered the Standard Edition or Phantom Edition, or even just played Battlefield 2042 for the past month, you may already have access to some weapon packages or blueprints unlocked. This will give you a leg up by giving you access to some high-level unlocks, so you don't have to play a few hours with level 1 loadouts. If you're not sure whether you like it or not, you can get it on EA Play Pro for just $16.99 a month. If you do this route, you will also have access to the pre-order bonus even after release. And if that's not enough of a reason to try out Battlefield 6, but you do hate Call of Duty, buy it for that reason. Speaking of Call of Duty, that is Battlefield's biggest competition and has been the past decade and a half. Personally, I'm so happy that Battlefield is finally not only beating, but destroying Call of Duty. I originally started as a Battlefield 4 player with over 2,000 hours game time, and Battlefield 2042 was such a bad game, in my humble opinion, I had to switch to Warzone. I promise you, other than this sentence, this is going to be the last time I'm going to reference COD. I just wanted to get it out there in the first half. So, focusing solely on the core of what makes Battlefield so great. With all that being said, let's talk about its gameplay depth. Battlefield 6 actually rewards understanding its systems. The class setup has been completely overhauled. Assault, Engineer, Recon, and Support feel distinct again, and every role matters. Engineers can control the flow of vehicle warfare. Recon can turn information into power. Support keeps squads alive longer, and assaults push the front line. So every class has its own role. So nothing, and I mean nothing, beats the adrenaline rush of full-scale warfare combined with awesome gun mechanics and a responsive movement system. Yes, I will be taking the time to call the movement responsive because compared to any other game, when I want to prone, it prones. When I want to crouch, it crouches. And when I want to slide, it slides. When I want to jump, it jumps. There's no weird delays in between movements, and it does feel more responsive than the weird delays they have added recently to other AAA FPS games. Even the sound design this year deserves praise. Every explosion, bullets ricocheting, and flybys feels weighty and physical. Battlefield's audio engineers make you feel the pressure of a round landing nearby. The kind that makes you duck even though you're sitting at the comfort of your home. Now let's talk about visuals. Dust fills the air, and particle effects make every firefight look like a movie scene. This version of the Frostbite engine feels fully unleashed. You'll see tracer rounds cutting through the air, and sparks bouncing off tank armor, and reflections flickering across puddles. It's gritty and gorgeous at the same time. There's also the familiarity factor of how Battlefield should feel. As soon as you pick it up, it actually feels like you've played before. Veterans will instantly recognize the rhythm of conquest and rush, the sweet chaos of a destroyed environment. But the tech behind it all makes it smoother, faster, and more dynamic than ever. Now so far, everything I talked about is multiplayer, but if I can tie in the campaign in any way, let me do so right now. What surprises a lot of people is that Battlefield 6 actually has a story worth caring about. In 2027, NATO troops in Georgia prepare to withdraw of what's called Operation Pax Armada, a supposedly peaceful transition. It's a grounded, near-future war story, plausible enough to feel real, but futuristic enough to be exciting. It ties directly into the multiplayer experience where every battle feels like a continuation of that global conflict from the multiplayer. It's also worth noting that Battlefield 6 runs so smooth. Seriously, the optimization is the best the series has had in years. Whether you're on PC or console, it just flows. Movement feels natural, aiming is crisp, vehicles respond with weight and precision. EA clearly prioritized performance this time, and it shows. Even massive 64-player matches hold steady while buildings crumble and fighter jets buzz overhead. It's one of those games that just feels right the moment you pick up the controller or mouse and keyboard. Another feature that I believe is Battlefield's secret weapon is called Battlefield Portal, a popular community-ran feature with tools to play with. What you see on your screen now is just some examples people have already created, and as time goes on and the developers add new tools, it'll be a matter of time before we get to play Doom on Battlefield 6 Portal. Oh, wait. And as I mentioned earlier, Battlefield promotes synergy. Every class plays a role, and every role has an impact. You want to sweat? Yeah, you can do that. You just want to get on and chill with the boys? You can do that too. You want to support your team with the win? You can just repair tanks or drop ammo crates and give out revives. The range of difficulty fits everyone. Battlefield 6 is challenging, but fair. It's not a sweat fest unless you want it to be. Skill expression comes from teamwork and map awareness, not just reflexes. Battlefield rewards decision making. You can be a pilot ace, a tank commander, a sniper spotter, or a medic hero. Everyone contributes to victory in their own way. Battlefield 6 also has a deep progression loop. Unlocks, upgrades, and mastery challenges give you hours? No, actually hundreds of hours of content. Weapons have multiple attachments, and your soldier can be tailored with different equipment packages. Unlike other AAA FPS games where you have to grind for weapon skins, Battlefield's grind feels earned. There's over 45 guns at launch, and Season 1 promises to deliver even more. And guess what? They all feel different, which is awesome because there's no exact meta. Other AAA FPS games, grind has become shallow, and that's what makes Battlefield 6 stand out. Intentional design. Every map, every mechanic, every objective feels like it's there for a reason. Other AAA FPS games feels formulaic at this point. The same respawn, the same nostalgic map recycling, the same slide cancel loop. Battlefield 6 is different. And let's give credit where credit is due. EA actually learned from the mistakes from their last few titles, especially Battlefield 2042. Battlefield 6 feels like a spiritual return to the franchise's roots while pushing the tech forward. Massive destruction, deeper classes, true squad synergy. It's not trying to copy anyone. It's confidently doing its own thing again, and players are noticing. If you've been feeling FPS fatigue, if you've been burned out from yearly releases that add nothing but skins and recycled maps, Battlefield 6 is your reset button. It reminds you what large-scale warfare feels like. Not a corridor, not 3 lanes, not a kill cam, a battlefield. Now, it is worth saying that there's still some glitches and some things to tweak. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. It's ambitious, it's chaotic, it's fun, and for the first time in years, we finally have a FPS that isn't trying to be anything else but being better. So if you're tired of the same predictable meta builds, the same recycled maps, the same unbalanced TTK, step into Battlefield 6. Hey guys, thanks for watching to the end. If you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe for more. Here's another video that the algorithm thinks you'll like.